Oh, hello, hello, hello. My name is Angela Odom, and I am so excited to be here again. This is a live recording of the Better You Leadership Podcast. I am just over the top about this particular issue topic that we're addressing today. 5 keys to net worthing. I teach women how to lead themselves and others so that they might earn more revenue and respect. I teach women how to lead themselves and others so that they might earn more respect and revenue, right? I am the founder of the Better You Project, the brand itself. And today's topic is really something that we should improve, our skills, basically on how we're engaging with others, how we're interacting with others, networking. Now we know that really we're always networking, but if you're ready to make true connections, then listen up. Make sure you share this information. Tell somebody about the Better You Leadership Podcast, and make sure that you subscribe yourself. So before we address the 5 keys to net worthing, let's address traditional networking concepts. If you ask 10 different people what networking is, and you're probably going to get as many as 10 different answers. That's just like asking someone, what is leadership? What's a leader? You're going to get different answers. And that really depends on that person's personal and professional activities. Networking is defined as it's a group of people who exchange information, contacts, they exchange experience for professional or social purposes. Could be for both, right? And so, whether you're networking to make friends, you might be networking to find a new job, to develop your current career. You could be networking to explore career options, like you like the job you're in, but you want to expand. You can get, referrals or sales leads, or simply to broaden your professional horizons. Like you want to be better. You want to understand what the trends are, and you want to know people who are doing the same thing you're doing, or doing something that you want to do, right? So it's important to focus on networking as an exchange of information, an exchange of contacts, an exchange of experience. So, regardless of the industry or career level you are networking in, you want to make connections in a personal way. You want to build relationships. You want to make sure that you demonstrate support and respect. And you want to make sure this is mutually beneficial, right? You don't want to, out of personally, dealing with people who take, learn something from every person I'm engaging with. So in this century, with so much information, at our fingertips on our phones, and most people will have some sort of phone, right? Landlines are far and few between. It's really a serious issue. It's a serious matter for a professional woman to know how to network so that you are growing, thriving, and you are kept abreast of, your particular industry or the one you want to be in. So really, we're talking about business networking, the social networking also can be applied, some of these concepts. But it's a process of establishing mutually beneficial relationships with other business people, other social, people in your network, and potential clients or customers. Because most people have some sort of side gig going on, right? Have something else, another way, a stream of income. And so you want to make sure that you have a wide, base of people that you are interacting with. So the benefits, they're really like intangible. And you make so many gains by communicating with other professionals, or relating to your industry in another way, right? Because all you know is not all there is to know. And the people that you interact with are not all the people that there are to interact with. So you want to consider the term itself, business networking or networking. It refers to meeting other business owners, right? Other people in your industry, potential suppliers or other professionals who have business experiences that are going to help your business grow and want to help you, um, grow as an individual, grow as a leader, grow as a team lead, right? So this gives you, networking just gives you like a pool of experts that range from your competitors to clients. And it allows you to offer them something, right? Hopefully in exchange for their services, their advice, their knowledge, or their contacts. So you want to develop relationships, and you want to offer assistance really more than you get, right? And so what networking does is it really assists you in identifying opportunities for partnerships, for joint ventures, for new areas to expand for your career or your business. And so you say, well, how does that work? How does it work? How does it work? And so you want to realize that you're always networking, whether you know it or not. You probably have contacts through your family. You got contacts through your friends, your classmates. Like if you like my high school classmates, college classmates went out. I served in the U.S. Army for 27 years, and so I attended various military schools, and those are classmates also. So even lecturers or people who attended events, they are also sources of contacts. So, like networking events before COVID, before digital devices, you'd go to these business luncheons or, something right after work, and you find opportunities, but you'd hand out like personal business cards. Nobody hands out any business cards anymore, right? If they do, they're mostly digital, or they might ask you for a way to contact you, right? Or you might do the same. And sometimes that's just like you can share contacts at this point digitally. You can, have your own. There's some free websites out there where you just have one page with your information on it, and you just come up with like a short name, and you can send that to people. That way they get everything in one spot. If it is your CV, your resume, what do you offer, those things. So that's a way anyway. So you might do that. But you can still go to meetups, in-person meetups, make sure you're all safe and all that kind of stuff in the era of COVID. And then, after a few conversations or, topics are discussed, then you might share something about you or something you're seeking. It's an exchange of information. And most of the times, if you are at an event with like-minded people, you already know you're there to exchange information, to meet people face to face and online. There's a lot of virtual things going on. I went to 3 different birthday parties over the last month, 2 months? No, 2 months. I went to 2 different birthday parties, right? 3 different birthday parties. And this last one I went to, they gave the COVID test as we walked in at the beginning, and you got your results right there. And then of course you were able to, it wasn't a large gathering of people, but still it took that stress off the table of whether or not you die after meeting the people, right? So, or get hurt or hospitalized, all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure if you're doing something in person that you have some things in place, mask on, off, whatever. Most people, if you're eating, you can't have your mask on. So you want to make sure you take those things in consideration in the age of COVID, right? As you are networking with people, meeting people. So you want to make sure that you are considering the manner in which you are networking. So another question would be like, what are the benefits of networking? So really, you can just stay abreast of the latest trends in your industry. You can make sure that you're expanding your knowledge by taking advantage of the viewpoints of other people. Sometimes you go to and listen to someone speak. You can go to book signings. You hear different ideas. Networking builds your confidence. That's what it does, and also helps you meet other people. And there are different types of networking opportunities. You can, go to business seminars, networking groups like Meetup. All right, like if you actually, there's an app called Meetup, and it's like all different types of topics where people will meet around. Some of it's virtual, and some are in person. So there's different professional association that you might want to leverage, and it might be like the American Marketing Association, or in my case, ICF, the coaching federations. And so some of the benefits of business networking are just opportunities to help other business owners, receiving assistance from the owners. And then you receive additional knowledge or perspective. And then you're communicating with like-minded individuals. Sometimes you just want to talk to your own folks, right? And so that's networking and the benefits of that. But there are 5 keys to net worthing, and that is WORTHING, right? Net worthing. And this is for women in supervisory positions. This is for women in the home. This is for women in your social environments, work environments, all of these things. There's 5 keys. The first key is to represent yourself in a manner that someone else who knows you in a social setting or a work setting would want to be associated with you, right? So think about how you carry yourself, what type of reputation you have, and really your overall brand. Now think about whether your online or your in-person behavior is a good fit for others. What do you think about that? Are you somebody who someone else would want to say, hey, yeah, let me help Angie out. Oh, by the way, I met this person the other night, and I want you to. I think you would be a good fit. I think you would be able to bring your skills to her platform. Or she's looking at becoming an astronaut, and I know that space stuff. So would someone want to share that they met you, that you have this skill? So that's the very first thing. Is the first key is to make sure you're somebody that people want to be associated with, right? And then you want to give before you ask. You want to give before you ask. So stop asking people, so what do you do? So what do you do? So you can ask them like, so what do you do these days that I might be able to help you with? I always say, well, how can I support you? How can I support you? And what you're doing is you're focusing on what other people are doing, and what they're dreaming about, what they're struggling with, what they're trying to do. And you like shift. There's a whole shift from being someone who is prospecting, like you're mining for gold, right? And you're actually shifting from a person who is contributing, who is giving, who is valuable, right? Someone who is listening, right? So you want to be able to, you want to know when to shut your big old mouth and listen more than you talk, right? And so it was Dale Carnegie who said it best. You will win more friends and accomplish more in the next 2 months if you develop a sincere interest in 2 people than you will ever accomplish in the next 2 years trying to get people interested in you, right? So if you just focus on 2 people at a time, 2 people at a time, right? Just developing relationships with 2 people at a time, as opposed to getting people to like you, right? So the bottom line is, shut your big old mouth and listen, see how you can help, how you can be of value to other people, and it will come, right? And then without seeking, like, what can they do for me? I just did this for you, that kind of stuff. Just how can I support you? I do it all the time. I do it all the time. And number three would be you need to know what you want. You're out here networking, meeting people, but know what you want, know what you offer, and then know how you can help others. You want to be generous. So you've heard that term. It says, "Be ready." Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So what you want to be ready to receive when all these blessings come to you. When these people that you're meeting, when they come through for you, because it's one thing to, you go out, you meet people, and you want to have a larger bank account, right? You want to have, you see big numbers in your bank account, less debt, and you want to have more peace in your life. You want to be successful. You want to be respected. All those things. And then when someone says to you, "How can I support you?" Because that's what you're saying to them. They're gonna mirror that, right? So how can I support you? And your answer of, "I'm good." That's terrible. That's terrible. And so you want to be able to say what it is you want, what it is you desire, what it is you're seeking, specifically what it is you want, right? And if you have a 5-year plan for your career or for your life, for your family, then you can work backwards and determine what short-term goal, what short-term task, what support you might need right now to get there, right? Know what you offer, what you bring to the table, what your expertise is in, and then, oh, by the way, how you might help others collaborate and, rise and, help them. Be generous. Number 4, you want to honor your commitments, regardless of how small that might be, how much time and how much energy you will have to invest. If you said it out of your mouth, then honor your commitments. If you were just being flippant, then go back and make sure you tell the people that, because they're expecting you to come through. And if you don't, then that's your reputation is strained from that, right? And then number 5 is realize that the person standing in front of you represents hundreds of potential contacts. So you want to make yourself braggable. Is that a word? You want people to brag on you. You want people to talk about you in a positive light when you're not there. So realize that, like, right now, you listening to Angela M. Odom. I'm one person in front of you. One person. I represent hundreds and thousands of people behind me, beside me, right? And so you want to know that. It's just like if you were going into a new building and there is someone administrative, HR, or someone who might be have a secretarial background, and they're to serve that they could be the gatekeepers. And so you're meeting this person. Understand that this person represents hundreds of other people, represents the people you want to meet. So be kind, learn to shut your big old mouth, right? I'm just going to tell you this quick story. I was at an event the other night, and I was talking to a person, and they came off as a little flippant. They came off as a little, weird, right? Beating the chest and going on. So what did I do? Shut my big old mouth, and I began to listen more than I talk. Turns out that that person was related to 3 people in the room that I didn't know, right? And so what am I saying to you? Is a person in front of you represents hundreds. Learn to shut your big old mouth and listen, right? And so we're always networking. We're always networking. So their approach you use, I would like for you to consider the 5 keys to networthing, right? And I'm going to go over those one more time for you. So you want to, first of all, represent yourself in a manner which someone who knows you in a social settings, casually, or at your job, they don't really know you, they would want to be associated with you. So just show up like a grown up, right? And then number 2 is give before you ask. And then number 3 is know what you want, know what you offer, and know how you can help others. Be generous. Number 4 is honor your commitments, regardless of how small or how much time and energy you will invest. Then number 5 is realize that the person standing before you represents hundreds of potential contacts. You want to make yourself braggable. You want to make yourself braggable. So with that said, I am Angela Odom, the founder of the Better You Project, the host of the Better You Leadership Podcast. I teach women how to lead themselves and others so that they might earn more respect and revenue. So we have, I want to make sure I tell you about the opportunity to join me in the next round of the virtual power hour. Virtual power hour. I want to make sure I'm going to start on Sunday at 6. I'm starting at 6 a.m. for 6 days. And again, we're doing the virtual power hour. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick. Let's see. I want to make sure I get the right link for you so that you can just click on it and join me in this. Hold on. Give me some grace. There we go. I have the link now. Right. Here, we're going to drop that in there. So for you to join me, sometimes you just need a moment. You need time to focus on that thing, right? You keep saying out of your mouth, that thing that's just in your heart, the thing that's in your head, thing you want to do. You want to see manifested. So you want the space. You want the space to develop your strategy or to clean out your junk room. You want the space to do that, whatever it might be. So we'll set aside time, power hour, 1 hour. And so Mo, you attended virtual power hour. You have any comments about it? So we're going to start on Sunday, the 12th, and we'll go through Friday the 17th. We're going to meet every day at 6 a.m. For 1 hour, and we will focus it in a way that you are able to get more done, right? No complex, contraptions, technology, none of that stuff. We're going to meet on Zoom and get your work done. And you'll do it early enough to make sure that the people in your house, or some might be still resting or doing some other things, but that'll give you an opportunity before you get up and start your day to get some things done. All right. With that said, you all have an amazing day. And may the good Lord continue to bless each and every one of you. Make sure you subscribe and share this and tell somebody else about this awesome information. Take care. Let me put this up first before I do that. Talking about the power hours. Make sure I share it with you. And that's thebetteryouproject.com/power hour. See you on Sunday. Go ahead and sign up. Take care.